everybody, and welcome back to the non-league adventure with me, GWFM, playing as ECFC in the Barclays Premier League. Now, before we get into the highlights, you can probably see we've got a few problems, most notably injuries to both right backs, so it's not always that good. You might notice a couple of new names as well, which I'll get into them after the highlights. And one of them can play at right back, but unfortunately it's cup-tied. So yeah, 3 right backs potentially at the club. Well, theoretically at the club, but none of them can play through injury and unavailability. So yeah, kind of sucks a massive dick. So let's get into the highlights first, and then we'll pick up after that. We've got a game against Manchester United following the highlights and any transfer talk. Oh, it's a poor kick, and it's crossed to Laurent, who scores. It's a terrible pass from Big Z. It's gone straight to the left wing of Suarez, and he's crossed it across to Laurent. It's terrible. Nicolaides with the free kick plays it shot to Laurent. It's moved over to the left hand side. Davis heads away on as far as Solomaya. Now it's Suarez to Birchin. Tottenham really taking this game by the scruff of its neck at the minute. Been all them, and it's 2-0. Birchin beating Big Z at his near post. That's absolutely shocking goalkeeping, and very much a surprise. Kowalski with a throw, throws it down for Castello. Looking to find an option in the box, plays it square to Vukatic. He's hit it into the bottom right corner. A little dink off the post just before. It's 2-1. Is a comeback on? Knocks it back to Ali. Driving forward. Ericsson plays the ball through to Birchin. Will he get a shot away? He gets past his man. It's 3-1. That's a very harsh way to end the first half. Lukunku, nice little bit of triangle passing here. And he eventually finds its way to Davis, back to Lukunku. Wide to Walker Peters, looking for options. They're pressing well at Tottenham. For Linden, squares it to Davis, is in a more advanced position in this game, and Brew is there. That's 3-2. That's a very good goal, you know. Lots of passing, tiki-taka, or whatever they call it. Tiki-taka. And it's 3-2. Corner. Kaharaglu will cross it in, headed away by Martin. The first to react is Bernat. Knocks it back to Nuri. It goes across to Kalhanaglu. Dyer, tackled well by... But oh, the cross comes in. Harry Kine scores to make it 4-2. And it was a bit of an error from Kowalski there. Corner. Lukunku will swing it high into the box. Martin wins a header. It's 1-0. Getting. It's a good start to this game. Free kick, and Marie will take it. Swings. Oh, it's gone straight in the top corner. What a way to introduce yourself. John Lewis Marie. Free kick 16. Didn't even realise that. What a goal. Dick now. What can he do? He needs to cross it in. And he does as well. It's a bit of a loose ball, and it's a goal for Adua. Get in 1-0. Should be pissing all over these from a great height. The bottom of the league. And you know it's going to be the famous last words. Throws it down to Ledesma, who's had a bright start to his Easter career. Now Lukaku plays it out wide to the Dick. Infield it goes to Lukunku, crosses in towards Adua, it's gone in, beats the former man Thompson in goal, and it's 2-0 away at Selhurst Park. Target now, just entering the penalty area, unchallenged, crosses in, Verlinden is there, makes it 3-0, game over, nice celebration as well. Second goal of the season. Alright, corner, Vukatic will swing it in, it's headed away by De Ruyter, it comes out to Verlinden. Plays it shot to Walsh. Has a shot and it's saved. And it's going to come to Adua for his hat-trick. 3-0. Sorry, 4-0. And Adua has got 3 of them. That's Cook. Plays it to Felipe Anderson. Now it's Cruz. We all know about him. Great ball to Felipe Anderson, and that's 1-0. That's very good, a very good goal in fairness. Great pass from Tony Cruz, 36-year-old Tony Cruz. Throws it shot to Cruz. Now it's Sokolov again. Felipe Anderson takes over, crosses in back post. Ooh, vital touch from Big Z. Bentancur was steaming in. Bellerin crosses back in, and Bentancur crosses in with a header, should I say. He knocks it across, and Dybala scores to make it 2-0. He scored 6 times in a row against Eastleigh now. Alright, Sokolov throws it to Dragomir. Come on. James knocks it down the line. Dybala is on the ball. Martin misses out with his challenge. We've got Ledesma for company. It's played in. Kuki scores to make it 3-0 and game over. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag there. 2 wins, 2 losses. Quite a few goals conceded, quite a few goals scored. I thought we deserved at least a point against Tottenham. We weren't as bad as what it suggests, but we got beat. It was the first time we've been beaten by Tottenham in 4 attempts, so it had to come to an end at some point. We were really, really strong against Charlton, with the new boys scoring. Palace, again, very, very strong against them. They're bottom of the league, and for me, they're going straight down. And Arsenal, they got payback for us beating them earlier on in the season. I believe we beat them 4-1 earlier on in the season. Yes, we did. And they beat us 3-0. It was very disappointing. I did rest a few players for the Man United game coming up. Have a look here at the squad. The Dick got injured as well, which was the absolute biggest pain in the dick going, quite literally. But yeah, I gave Reece Oxford a game, played very poorly. Everyone else did okay, to be fair. It was just one of those things. I just tried to rest a few players here and there, and as a result, against Man United, our squad doesn't look like this for the game. I'll get to transfers afterwards. In fact, yeah, I'll go into transfers after this. But yeah, it means we're going to have to play Kowalski at right back. It's awkward at right back. He did play once or twice there in the past. I think he did actually score in one of those games as well. But yeah, it means we're going to have to play Davis at defensive midfielder, because obviously we've still got the long-term injury to Mariscal. Pedro sadly has departed. In fact, I'll go into it now. Pedro, I did say before that we were about to accept an offer from Atletico. He has gone for 12 million, which was not really enough for what I wanted to get for him. But because I promised to sell him to Atletico, no one else, it does mean that we're unlikely to play against him. He did end up going, unfortunately. Absolutely gutted that he went. Played it in all 48 times for us and did alright, to be fair. Got a couple of goals this season as well. It was really a rock when we changed to this system, and it did mean I had to bring someone else in. I did actually pay out a little bit more for Ledesma, plus obviously about 3 million on signing on fees and agent fees, which is ridiculous. Yeah, as you can see here, he's an Argentinian international. Defensive midfielder is his primary role. As you can see, he's got some really good stats. He's only 3.5 star potential abilities, 23 years old, so he has got room for improvement. Got it from Reading. First touch could be a little bit better, but you know what? Looking at everything else, I think apart from his aggression, it's not as high as I would have wanted it. I think he's pretty well-rounded for the role that I want, basically, i.e. the defensive midfielder. So I'm hoping he's going to do a job, and so far he's played a couple of games, 3 games, average rating of 7.43, that kind of indicates how good he's been, and that's despite being part of a side that lost 3-0 against Arsenal, so you know, I can't really complain. Other players, the other things that's happened is we've got John Lewis Marie from Juventus on loan. He's been on my scouting list for a while. And then all of a sudden a few people were after him, a few teams should I say were after him in our division. I thought, oh, it must be good enough then, because I think they were like mid to lower end, not like relegation teams. And to be fair, he's got some really good stats. He's very quick for a centre midfielder anyway. Very quick, he's very decisive, he's got a bit of flair, he's determined, passing's 18, vision 17, technique 17, first touch 17 and free kick 16. I didn't even know about that. I didn't even realise he had free kick 16 until after he scored that goal against Charlton, which was a fantastic goal as well. Made it 2-0, dictates the tempo as well. I think he could be a really big player for us, and I'm going to try. After his bright start, he's got a 7.95 average rating after two games, because he had flu or something. And I would really like to bring him in, because he looks like he could be shit hot. It all depends. He's not as good as like Mariscal and everyone else. Apparently he's 4th choice, but I think he's a must buy. I think in the summer, depending on how much money we get. Don't forget, the stadium gets completed the end of this season. Right, so with all that sorted and highlighting all the problems that we've got, I'm going to get into the game against Man United. I'm not hoping for much because of that thing there, that reason right there. Kowalski playing at right back, bit of a pain. Today's Emirates FA Cup 4th round clash is brought to you from the Theatre of Nightmares. It's Manchester United versus Eastleigh FC. Man U going to this game, into this FA Cup tie, with David De Gea in goal, Mirkovic at right back, Shaw at left back, Courier and Banderina in central defence. They're going to go with a midfield 3 of Gomez, Cavallero and Alonso. Salami's going to play in an attacking midfield role with Adamar and Kurasi up top. East going to this game on the back of a disappointing 3-0 loss at home against Arsenal. They're going to line up with Big Z in goal, Kowalski at right back, covering for the injuries. Target at left back with Rekic and Martin continuing in central defence. Davis is going to play as a defensive midfielder with Marie and Walsh in the midfield twosome. Lukaku on the right, Dua on the left, and Brewer up top. Right, so I've just said calmly, nobody fancies us to win. Just see if we can, play without any pressure and see what happens. And I'm just calmly giving them some faith. Not an awesome reaction, but it's good enough. So let's get into the game and see how we fare. Not confident. Right, so it's Easter that get the game underway, going from right to left in their famous blue shirts with the white, strap of bullets sort of thing. Even though it's not bullets, but you know what I mean. Right. Big Z kicks it long downfield towards Brewer, who heads it down for a doer. Plays it infield to Walsh. He's got Lukaku alongside him and he finds him. It's a bit of a loose ball from Lukaku. Didn't really look where it was passing, and now Kurosi has it. Is it Gomez? That's Salami. And Gomez sprays a delightful ball to Mirkovic. Mirkovic now crosses in deep, and it's 1-0 already. Devastation. Adamar with a goal from Mirkovic's cross. And it looks like it could be payback for Man United after beating them in the league. Yeah, Mirkovic got it here. Just highborn. Adamar rose like a salmon and banged it into the top right hand corner. No stopping that for the keeper, Big Z. Kowalski has a throw, finds Walsh. It's tackled straight away though by Salami. That's Gomez. Alonso squares it to Salami. Sprays it wide to Luke Shaw. Still playing. Kurosi chips it across to Adamar, and that's another powerful header. It's 2-0. Oh no, he's offside. Never mind. I don't know why I've got my heads on my hand. My head's on my hand. My hand's on my head. Right, free kick Cavallero, because it's got capital letters. Sorry for shouting. Mandarina to Cavallero. All the way back to David De Gea, who is now at 864 years old. I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of had about 300 different ages in my head. Gomez flicks it on though, and Adamar brings it down on his chest somehow. He goes through his back and comes back to him. Great tackle target, to be fair. Now Brewer, can we hit them on the counter? The answer is no, because Brewer just passes it loosely to Gomez. And Courier knocks it in. Marie with a header, and now it's a doer. Looking for options, he finds Marie. Chips it forward, it's a delightful ball. Courier, I have a feeling that could go down as last man, even though he's not. He's clearly not the last man. But that's a massive opportunity for us now to go up against 10 men. Right, Kowalski, can we nick a goal just before half time? It's Brewer. Brewer now. Finds Lukaku. Lays it off to Walsh. Great ball to Kowalski. Can he whip it in? No, he can play it to Lukaku. Instead he whips it in, and Brewer heads it. It's gone straight. I don't know what I'm doing with my eyes, but it's gone straight into his hands. I had an itch on my eyes. I don't know what the hell's going on there. As it's not the brown eye, eh? Ricky heads away. Bradbury gets it. And lays it off to Adamar. Adamar now. Coming forward on this right hand side. Crosses in a deep ball. It's gone straight in. Absolutely appalling. 2-0. That could have killed the game. Killed the tie. Yeah, fair enough, he gets away from target, but you don't expect this, do you, from a striker playing on the wing for some reason. I mean, Big Z, even with his big shovel hand, even he couldn't save it. Well, what can I say? It's been disappointing. I think we've got every chance of trying to get back into this because they're down to 10 men. But I need to give them a kick up the arse, so that was extremely terrible. And most people are actually motivated by that. To be fair, John Lewis Marie is having a half decent game with a 7 out of 10 so far. So I'm actually just going to passionately say you can still improve and hopefully get a bit of a response. I'm Sean Connery. A book fell on my head. I'm ashamed of myself. Yeah, terrible joke. Let's get on with it. Right. So Man United get the second half underway at Old Trafford. They're going from right to left. Right. Pavon with the free kick crosses in. Owen wins the header, and Big C's actually saved it. Can't believe it. I thought, oh, it's got it in bottom corner. That's the first highlight as well, which is absolutely appalling. They're down to 10 men for Christ's sake. Right, I'm gonna do something here. Oh no, apparently not, because I've just said it to encourage passionately. Can I lose this, please? Shaw throws it in. Gomez crossing in back post. Pavon is there, gets a shot away, and why we're not creating? Why are Man United all over us with 10 men? Gomez. Swings in the corner, it's headed, it's cleared off the line by Target. Changes. We're going. I pressed make substitution 800 times there. Aidan White's even on the bench. That's how bad we are. It's half a star potential. Not potential, ability. Right, Vukotic, you're going to come on for a disappointing. In fact, you know what, Brewer, you've been turd. Let's swap you. He scored a goal as soon as I switched him to get his hat-trick against Crystal Palace. I've moved into striker and he scored straight away, so I'm hoping for that sort of response again. Lukunku's going to come inside to Roman playmaker. Walsh has been very disappointing. Got to leave Lukunku on because he's key man, you know what I mean. I think that'll do for now. See if that makes an impact. Obviously, I knew we were going to struggle because of the the right back situation, but I can't help but think that the goals have come from the opposite side. And he's actually not playing very well, in truth. In fairness, I'm going to make another change. Castell's going to come on for a doer. Did it really do what I wanted him to do? No, not having it. Fair enough. It's a terrible joke. It's a terrible game, to be fair. But live com. Not really many chances from us. In fact, not even any chances on a highlight for us. And we've been beat by 10 men. Albeit one was a cross. But yeah, dreadful performance really. I know we're under strength, but free kick comes in. Is it going to make it 3? Plays it out to Shaw. Shaw's going to maybe whip it in again. Crosses in. Crozy heads over. That'll be game over. Indeed it is. Disappointing result. Again, I wanted a cup run, but if you get drawn against one of the big boys, and you haven't really got much of a chance, especially with all the injuries that we've got. I mean, it's ridiculous that we've got Aidan White on the subs bench, and we've got no right backs whatsoever. So I'm going to say that just purely for the fact that I need to keep morale up. So the tensions go onto the league. We've got Watford in 3 days' time. So let's have a look at said league at the minute, because we are 10th as it stands. But you can see how tight it is though. I mean, at one point we were 3rd, we've gone down as low as 10th. Obviously we got beat by Arsenal last time out, but Chelsea lost, they must have won the last game, but the game before that they lost to West Ham. Everyone's beating each other around this area, and one win again could leapfrog us to 7th, despite, well, depending on how many goals we score. But 2 wins away from getting into Europe. I mean, I'm not looking down here at all. I mean, I know it's only 10 points, but I think you get to 40 points, you're pretty much safe, and that's what we're hoping to do. So for the next live com, I'm hoping to actually have a better performance, but I'm probably going to do the Liverpool game. We haven't played Liverpool, I don't think, for a while, so on a live com. So we've got 4 games in between: Watford, Leicester, Man City, and Fulham. I don't really fancy Man City. I think they'll probably beat us. They've always got like a shitload of money and buy everyone, don't they? So, and I think I've done Man City quite a few times in the recent seasons. So I'm going to go straight for the Fulham game. The Liverpool game, the 3rd of March. Should give us a good test. They're 3rd as well, which obviously they're currently doing better than Man City. But again, it's really tight, so they could be anywhere by the time we face them. I don't know. We haven't played many games at Anfield, so I think it's a good one to do. So I'll have to wait and see. Hopefully I've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And then hopefully join us, like I said, for the Liverpool game in the next episode of the Non-League Adventure. Until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.